Welcome to this special episode brought to you by Call Financial. When we think of investing, we often focus on numbers, strategies, and charts. But mindset plays an equally important role. That's why we've partnered with Your Finance Mind for our Mindset Matters series to help you shift how you think about money and investing. Joining us today is Finance Mindset Coach Dinah Poehlmann, founder of Your Finance Mind. With over a decade of private banking experience, from senior leadership roles at Credit Suisse and Morgan Stanley in Singapore, she now dedicates her work to helping people transform the way they invest their money. In this session, she'll share the biggest challenges investors face and how the right mindset can give you the confidence to move forward in your investing journey. Hi Dina, welcome to this episode of Mindset Matters.
Hi Lorraine, thank you for having me here.
So Dina, let's begin with your journey. You've had an impressive career in investment banking before becoming a finance coach. So what led you to make that transition?
So in Singapore, I was in investment banking and private banking for over 14 years. And about 11 years ago, I became a new mom. And at the same time, my husband also happened to get a job offer overseas. So I was thinking it's a good time to make a transition. And I actually left my banking career to become a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. But because I was so used to working, I was investing on my own at home. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I have a community of investors that I can share ideas with? So what I did was to reach out to my expat community and I asked, are there anyone who is interested in investing? Let's form a WhatsApp group together. And I created a WhatsApp group and people joined. But I realized that the people who were in that group, they were all interested to learn how to invest. Okay, so they are not really investors, but they have the interest to learn. So since I made the mistake, I decided to go with it and I started to host like coffee mornings every month where we will just meet up and I will just talk about some personal finance or investing topic and everyone learn together. So this group grew. That's when I realized that I really like to help people to start investing. You know, something that I already knew and the information was useful for others. Yeah, and when people started to get me to coach them, that's how the business started.
Yeah. So that's actually very interesting and I think quite inspiring also for our viewers because you've rediscovered your passion and really from corporate, you've applied what you've learned there to help more and more people with their investing.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned that you've coached hundreds of people across Asia. So from your experience, what patterns or lessons have you seen that Filipino investors in particular can learn from?
One of the things that I see is that people think that investing is really for the rich, the smart, or those with financial knowledge. But it's not true because investing can be really simple if you know what works and what is suitable for your risk profile. And another pattern that I see is that for a lot of new investors, when they want to start investing, what they do is that they start to ask around and get hot tips from their friends or their families. And sometimes these tips that work for someone may not work for you because you have different risk profile.
Yeah.
So I think rather is to really think about what you need for your investment strategy and create a simple system that you can follow through.
It's good that you mentioned that because there's a lot of hype really going on. So when someone says, I've invested in this stock or in this fund, I think this is good. It might also work for you. I think it's okay for investors, especially Filipino investors, to like really step back and really see what the fund is about or the stock is about and the strategy behind it and what they really want to achieve. That's where your coaching expertise falls into place, wherein you help them what type of investments fit based on their risk profile. So, I mean, that's really something very nice to have as an investor, to have like a finance coach guiding you all through that. So, in your podcast, in your articles, you always emphasize that financial knowledge alone isn't enough. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so many people think that the reason why they can't start investing is because they don't have enough financial knowledge. And in fact, they are very hardworking. You know, they are reading books, they are listening to podcasts and attending webinars. But sometimes they just can't get started. So in my coaching philosophy, I actually cover three parts, which is knowledge, mindset, and habits. Because it is important to have knowledge. You need to know what you're investing in. But knowledge by itself is not sufficient. You literally need to have the mindset and the habits to continue to do what you intended to and stay consistent. So that's the difference. All three parts are important: knowledge, mindset, and habits.
Okay. Yeah, I agree because there are not like a lot of courses here, I guess, in the Philippines that talk about really mindset. It's more on the expertise on
Yeah.
which to buy, what is the strategy behind this, but not a lot talk about mindset, which your expertise really could help investors. So, what are some of the most common fears or barriers you see with investors, especially those who have already started with their investing journey, but kind of like found it hard to continue?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question because to me, when someone is new to investing, there are actually two barriers. The very first barrier is they cannot start with their first trade. Okay, that's the first barrier. And there are also another group of people who have started, they managed to get started, they have a few stocks, but then they get stuck and they don't know what to do. Yeah. So I think it is important to have a good support. For example, if you can find your community, maybe within COL, and also have a clear framework how you want to continue to invest. So you don't get started and get stuck. You are able to carry through your strategy.
Yeah. So it's also important to be with like-minded people
Yeah.
so you can sustain your investing journey. That's a good takeaway. So, can you share a success story where a mindset shift made a real difference in someone's investing journey?
Yeah, I remember I had a client that came to me a few years ago. So she was really fearful about losing money. And in fact, during the first session that I had with her, she was literally crying when she was telling me how afraid she was. Because what happened was that when she was younger, her dad actually invested in some stocks and lost money. So it was like a trauma on her. And to her, investing is really risky and it is meant for people who are smarter and richer, just not for her.
Yeah.
So for her, in her mind, she needs to work hard all the time for money, okay, rather than letting the money work for her. And when we actually went into the mindset session and we explored all these limiting fears and beliefs that she has, and she was brave enough to reframe her money mindset. And we worked through to find a strategy that works for her, is easy to follow because she is a busy professional and she doesn't have that much time to like look at the markets, look at the charts all the time. So when we were able to find a strategy that works for her, or rather she developed a strategy that works for her, she was able to follow through consistently through the years. And when I was in Singapore recently, I met up with her and she was sharing how happy she is with her portfolio because the markets have gone up and down. But she didn't let the fear stop her. She literally followed through with her investment plan and that led to results.
Yeah, I think that's an inspiring story also and very relatable to our audience because I know a lot of people are really busy with their everyday lives and
Yeah.
I think having like the right strategy and habits in place would help you sustain your investing journey. So, over the past months, you've been sharing these ideas in our Mindset Matters newsletter series, and a strong response from our community of readers has led to something new, your upcoming mini course. So, could you please tell us more about your upcoming mini course and what can they expect to gain from the experience, and why is now the right time to take that step?
Yeah. I think we are all very pleasantly surprised to know that the Mindset Matters newsletter was had a positive response from the audience. And in fact, we received quite a number of emails from them telling us what they wanted to learn at this stage on their mindset as well as on investing. And that's why we came out with this idea of creating an event for the audience so that we can address the questions and the issues that they face, you know. So what I actually designed for the event is a 2-part mini course, and literally it's called Mindset to Action. Because the first part is all about exploring your money mindset and how you can reframe limiting beliefs and elevate your money mindset, how you view money and how you view investing. Okay, so in that first session, we will probably tackle questions like, why do you invest? Why are you not investing? And how much can you put into investments? Okay, so you actually have to take into your personal account into going through this process. It's not like I'll tell you what to do and you follow me type. Yeah. And in the second session, we want to see action because, like I said earlier, knowledge by itself is not sufficient. Even if you absorb a lot of knowledge but you do not take any action, there will be no change to your financial status, your financial goals. So in the second part, we are going to address all the questions that the audience had. For example, like how do you choose what to invest in? When is a good time to invest? What can you choose? You know, we want to lay out all the options, and also COL has lots of resources that the clients or the customers may not know. So we can sort of capitalize on the resources that COL has and help the audience to make decisions. Because I think in the end, investing is all about making decisions and standing by them.
Okay, so that's good that you kind of like walk through them through the whole 2-day session, which is happening this October 18 and 25. So for someone who hasn't, this is specifically for our clients. So for someone who hasn't touched their COL account in months, why would this course be the perfect place to begin again?
Yeah. So I think for the people out there who already have a trading account, I think first you need to pat yourself on the shoulder because you have already achieved the first step. Okay, and something must have motivated you to open that account in the first place. So if you can think back and reflect on why did you even open that account? You know, what was your objective or your goal at that time? Okay, and then think about, like, right now, how do you want to move forward, right? Do you want to move forward and learn how to use your account, or do you rather stay stuck? So I'm hoping everyone choose the former. So at this mini course, you can come and learn more about how you can create a very simple strategy that works for you, something that you can follow through. And your strategy doesn't need to be the same as anyone else because your money needs to work for you and your financial goals. Yeah.
All right. So I'm kind of like excited now to attend the course also, knowing all the stuff that's lined up for our readers and for our clients. So thank you so much, Dinah, for these insights. And to everyone watching, this is just the beginning. So would you like to personally invite them to join our upcoming mini course?
So I would like to personally invite each and every one of you out there to come join our mini course, the exclusive event with COL, happening in October. And you will learn how to elevate your mindset and overcome all the limiting fears you have about investing and start taking action by creating a simple strategy that you can use to follow through for the long term. I hope to see you there.
And to everyone watching, this is just the beginning. In our Mindset Matters course, you'll uncover the fears that hold you back from investing, learn how to build a conservative and long-term portfolio, and get clear steps to start investing again with confidence. You'll also have the chance to ask your questions directly to Finance Mindset Coach Dinah. And as an early bird bonus, the first 100 registrants will receive Dinah's Money Mindset Kit and enjoy exclusive access to a live Q&A with a COL expert. So, join us this October 18 and 25. Seats are limited, so sign up now through the link below. We hope to see you there.